डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस इज व्हाट? डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस होती क्या है? घरेलू हिंसा. डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस इज घरेलू हिंसा. अग्रेसिव behavior of the relationship between the family members is domestic violence. aggressive behavior आता है जब घर के family members में वहाँ हिंसा होती है. it is broadly commonly include physical violence, sexual violence, emotional violence, uh, economic violence is also there. So all these aspects are broadly covered under the term domestic violence. domestic violence हमारी decades से चलती आ रही है, कई सालों से चलती आ रही है, बहुत बहुत पुरानी है. नॉट इवन 19th सेंचुरी, बहुत पुरानी है. पहले केसेस रजिस्टर्ड नहीं होते थे, पहले वुमेन अपनी आवाज़ नहीं उठाती थी, अब आवाज़ उठाने लगी है, तो वहाँ पर ये केसेस अब सबकी नॉलेज में आ रहे हैं. इट्स बीन from decades. It can be in both type of couples relationship. It can be same sex relationship में भी हो सकता है and heterosex couples में भी ये हो सकता है. domestic violence, domestic violence अगर हम simple words में कहें, that is family violence, that is domestic abuse. domestic abuse is there, family violence is there. ये हमारी एक डोमेस्टिक एनवायरनमेंट में चलती है. जो इशू है दैट इज़ इन द डोमेस्टिक एनवायरनमेंट, हमारे घर में है कहीं ना कहीं. इट कैन बी इन इंटीमेट रिलेशनशिप और इट कैन बी इन नॉर्मल फैमिली. अब डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस का शिकार कई होते हैं. कौन होते हैं उसमें? हु ऑल आर एग्रीव्ड पर्सन. सेक्शन 2A ऑफ PWDVA एक्ट, प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ वुमेन वायलेंस एक्ट, उसमें एग्रीव्ड पर्सन है, वाइफ, सिस्टर इज देयर, मदर इज देयर एंड widow is there. Children can also file complaint, but children can file complaint through their mother. Through their mother can help them. Essential ingredients जो इसके हैं वो हैं shared household and domestic relationship. घर की हिंसा होती है वो डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस है, वहाँ पर इशू आता है. शेयर्ड हाउसहोल्ड, शेयर्ड हाउसहोल्ड मीन्स कि एक छत के नीचे जो फैमिली मेम्बर्स हैं जो रह रहे हैं, हम पड़ोसी के साथ हमारी डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस नहीं हो सकती. इट कैन बी अंडर वन रूफ, एक रूफ के अंडर होती है. अब अगर हम स्टार्ट करें कि ये कहाँ से शुरू हुआ था, प्रॉब्लम कहाँ से आई है. सो डियर्स, ये प्रॉब्लम और ये हमें इस लॉ की हमें नीड क्यों है. आई विल कम टू द लॉ, बट फर्स्ट लेट्स डिस्कस कि कहाँ से शुरू है, इसकी हमें नीड क्यों आई. बिकॉज ऑफ आर पेट्रियार्किकल सोसाइटी. हमारी इतनी ज़्यादा पेट्रियार्किकल सोसाइटी, नॉट ओनली इन इंडिया बट इन वर्ल्ड वाइड ये प्रॉब्लम चल रही है. कोई लॉज नहीं थे पहले वुमेन के लिए, कोई लॉज नहीं थे. मेल डोमिनेंट सोसाइटी इतनी ज़्यादा थी कि जो भी मेल्स हैं वो अपनी पावर्स का, अपनी स्ट्रॉन्गनेस का, दे टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ दैट. सो टू अवॉइड दैट, फर्स्ट लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द बिगनिंग. पहले गर्ल चाइल्ड यूज टू बी किल्ड, female feticide, female infanticide used to be there. So there the problem arose, there the starting of the problem was there कि एक गर्ल चाइल्ड को मार दिया जाता था, इन्फेंटिसाइड हो या फीटिसाइड हो. एंड चाइल्ड मैरिज करवा दी जाती थी. चाइल्ड मैरिज में गर्ल्स जो कि अभी मेजर भी नहीं हुई है, 18 साल की भी नहीं हुई है, उनकी शादी करवाई जाती थी. वहाँ पर इशू अरोज हुआ. चाइल्ड एजुकेशन, गर्ल चाइल्ड एजुकेशन, वहाँ वो एक बहुत बड़ा इशू था. लड़कियों को पढ़ने नहीं दिया जाता था, घर के काम करवाए जाते थे और शादी के लिए फोर्स करा जाता था दैन टू बी लाइक फोर्स टुवर्ड्स दी स्टडीज़. अब तो सब बहुत कुछ मॉडर्न हो गया है, बहुत कुछ मॉडर्न हो गया है कि अब girls are more into the education than to be forced towards their marriage. And also पल्लू पहले पल्लू प्रथा होती थी एंड सती प्रथा होती थी. अब एक गर्ल है, अगर एक वुमेन है, उसका हस्बैंड मर गया है तो उसको जिंदा जला दिया जाता था. व्हाट वाज दैट. सो इन सब चीज़ों की वजह से हमें ज़रूरत पड़ी डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस के लॉज की. तो let's recall the points. Child marriage used to be there, sati pratha used to be there, then girl child education was an issue, plus female infanticide, female feticide, all these issues were there. I'll better say कि हमें इस चीज़ की नीड आज भी है, बहुत ज़्यादा है. और प्रॉब्लम पता है क्या है सोसाइटी के साथ, दैट वुमेन आर sticking to their families, they are just keeping their mouth shut and they are not filing the complaints. कितनी सारी complaints हैं कि women are facing these issues but वो file नहीं कर रही हैं complaint. क्यों? वो सह रही हैं. In mostly it happens in middle class families कि वो सह रही हैं and the problem behind them is their family. उनकी families उनको support नहीं कर रही हैं. Why? Because of this shame and the guilt, because of their family pressure, because of their peer pressures. And domestic violence, basically when it started in year 1973, where the person named Jack Ashley, he described the term domestic violence, and he told about the starting of this thing, that there is some issue going on and that is domestic violence. I'll read out. In 1993, United Nations Declaration on the Elimination of Violence Against Women defined domestic violence as physical, sexual, psychological violence occurring in the family, including battering, sexual abuse of female children in the household, dowry-related violence, marital rape, female genital mutilation, and other traditional practices harmful to women, non-spousal violence and violence related to exploitation. तो हमारी यूनाइटेड नेशन डेक्लेरेशन ऑन एलिमिनेशन ऑफ वुमेन वायलेंस अगेंस्ट वुमेन ने ये डिफ़ाइन करा है एंड इट इज़ बीन ब्रॉडली डिफाइंड. 1990s के टाइम पे इस चीज़ का इशू ज़्यादा उठाया गया है. अनडाउटेडली इट इज़ एन इशू रिगार्डिंग ह्यूमन राइट्स एंड द हर्डल टू द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द सोसाइटी. हर्डल्स जो आई हैं वो सारी इन सोसाइटीज़ के लिए ही आई है एंड ऑल दी डेवलपमेंट्स, ऑल दी हर्डल्स, ये हर्डल्स ही हैं सोसाइटी के लिए. अब इसे कहाँ तक जा सकती हैं ये. अब अगर आप देखिए तो ये एक विशियस सर्कल है. अ सर्कल, विशियस सर्कल इज़ देयर जो कि वायलेंस का चलता आ रहा है. सपोज अ कपल इज़ वेरी हैप्पी in his life, whether it is a couple relationship or it is with the in-laws, the relationship of a woman with the family or with the husband is going very soundly. Then comes few responsibilities, few duties and the daily routine things. उसके बाद रूटीन के बाद वहाँ कहीं ना कहीं टेंशन आती है, फैमिली में कहीं ना कहीं टेंशन आती है. देयर दैट टेंशन अरोज at that time, the trigger goes towards the abuse. There the person converts himself from the family member to a abuser and he abuses that the other member, and from there domestic violence start. So it is a vicious circle कि सब कुछ पहले normal होता है, फिर उसके बाद routine issues के बाद जहाँ जहाँ प्रॉब्लम आती है, that triggers and their abuse starts. So it is nothing else but a vicious circle. Now I'll discuss few statistics with you regarding the domestic violence. National Family Health Survey, it released about that every 1 out of 3 women are suffering from domestic violence, and especially those women are no other than the married women. The percentage this survey gave is 31%, out of which the physical violence is 27% and the emotional violence is 13%. तो आप देखिए फिजिकल वायलेंस ज़्यादा होती है, इमोशनल से भी ज़्यादा एक फिजिकल वायलेंस होती है, एक औरत पिटती है. During this COVID time, there's an actor and director Nandita Das. She released a short film and she gave her film the title that Listen to Her. In this, she played the role and her son also participated in this, and that's a very good short film you can see, that talks about the domestic violence and the activities women are facing right now in this COVID period. people are in their houses and they are into all this domestic violence, so she made that film. You can go through that. Another survey is there, National Legal Service Authority, NALSA का survey है. In this it declared that Uttarakhand in India, Uttarakhand has got 144 cases and it's at number 1 position. You won't believe that. Second is Haryana and 79 cases are there. Third number is Delhi, 69 cases are there. So Delhi is at number 3. That means yes, we are at stake, and domestic violence cases are there in Delhi also. Like in Telangana, out of 100 calls, 89%, out of 100%, 89% were of domestic violence cases. So that means it is a big issue, and we cannot afford to ignore this issue. Now let's talk about the causes that are related to domestic violence. Causes, इस सब का रीज़न क्या है? अगर ये इशू हो रहा है, ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, तो इन सब का इशू क्या है? स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. जहाँ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट होती है वहाँ पर इशू आएगा ही आएगा. अगर घर में पैसा नहीं है तो इट इज़ नॉट अ साउंड फैमिली थिंग, सो वहाँ इशू आता है. सेकेंड थिंग इज mental health issues, mental health problem are there. Third, lack of coping skills, isolation problem is there, and intoxication is there. Excessive dependence in the abuser is there. Social stress is there, society stress, peer stress is there. So all these stress are nothing else but causes to the domestic violence. जहाँ unemployment आई वहाँ पर issue arose हुआ. If one of the family member is intoxicated to a very high level, then there the issue arose. If there is a society issue that a person has to decide to listen to whom, their issue arose. So there are various factors due to which domestic violence is being done, and the causes are these only. And in India it is a big issue because mostly families are joint families and they are living under one roof. They are using the all the resources, their family income is same, so their issue arose. Now we have the legislation, the laws have so many reliefs to it. Till date we have laws, but at that time before 19th century we were not having laws. Women were being beaten at home, they were being, bride burning was used to be there, acid throwing used to be there, dowry deaths used to be there. So all these rates, crime rates have decreased now, but earlier it was at a hike. So thankfully to the Indian government, to the worldwide government, we have laws. So there exist several strategies. First and foremost and most important one act is Protection of Domestic Violence Act. Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 is there. Under that, domestic violence is being defined. That act came into force on 26th of October 2006, and it was actually brought into force in 1997, but it went into, the bill was passed but it was not entered into force, it was not in force, so it came in 2006. It was nothing else but married women were facing the issues. One thing you will be amazed to know that not only married relationships are being considered here, but also the live-in relationship, the cohabitation, normal cohabitation are also considered here. Reliefs are been given to both. First of all, where to file complaint? The aggrieved person, as we discussed who were the aggrieved person before as well. Where to file the complaint? What are the different authorities where we can file complaint? First one is protection officer is there, local police is there, judicial magistrate. We can go to the judicial magistrate also, and we can go to various NGOs also. Nowadays NGOs are also taking care of the same. Please note that victim or any of the informant, any of the person apart from the victim that can also be aggrieved and can file complaint against the wrongdoer. Here the person is not called as accused, the person is being treated called as respondent, and the one who files the complaint is known as petitioner. Protection officer, he is also the person where the authority where the complaint can be filed, and he can also file the complaint. So protection officer prepares a DIR report, the domestic incident report he prepares, and he give that report to the magistrate to take further action. And judicial magistrate is being given power under section 12 of this act. The procedure which is being given for filing of complaint is there, summoning of respondent, then the respondent is being summoned, that to just start the issue, the complaint is being heard, inquiry is being done by the magistrate looks into the issue peacefully and just go in deep into the matter, he does the investigations also, then grant of interim maintenance is there, evidence is being done by the parties, and then the matter is being left for the final order. I'll read out. Section 17 is there, right to reside and share household. Section 18, protection orders passed by magistrate. Section 19, residence orders, separate household. Section 20, monetary relief. I'll explain all. Section 17 says right to reside in shared household. जो फैमिली मेम्बर्स जो कि एक हाउस होल्ड में एक रूफ को शेयर करते हैं, अंडर वन रूफ रहते हैं, they entered into a fight, they filed a complaint, then the complaint went to the judicial magistrate. At that time, अब घर में if wife don't have any other place to reside, then magistrate can also pass order that she will reside and the respondent has to go out. That can also be done. Section 18 says protection orders passed by magistrate. Magistrate can pass all the protection orders, that what orders he thinks fit at that time he can pass that. Section 19, where the person has to reside, that orders is being passed. Section 20, monetary relief is being given, that where the woman needs maintenance, if the woman needs medical assistance, if the woman needs day-to-day expenses or any of the expenses she needs. Also section 21 is there, where the custody of child is being given. Temporary order is being passed by the magistrate, but at that time the thing is temporary custody of the child, that child कहाँ रहेगा, बच्चा कहाँ रहेगा, वो चीज़ डिसाइड होती है सेक्शन 21 में. Section 27 gives jurisdiction to the magistrate. What is the jurisdiction of magistrate here? Magistrate कहाँ किसको अपनी jurisdiction लेगा? That can be cause of action, where cause of action arose, कहाँ पे residence है respondent का या petitioner का, any of the place, and where is the business place of petitioner or the respondent. So all these are the jurisdiction of magistrate. Section 29 talks about nothing else but appeal, that if in case the person, any of the party, either petitioner or the respondent, feels that he is not satisfied with the decision of magistrate and he need to file the appeal, then at that time he can go to the court of session. Within 30 days of that decision of the magistrate, he can go to the court of session. And if in case that decision is also not liked by any of the party, he can approach to the high court and thereafter the Supreme Court. So like this the jurisdiction says, and appeal can be filed. Now this was the protection of women against domestic violence. Act 2005. Now, Indian Penal Code 1860 also discuss about the domestic violence. It also has the provision, the laws and legislations of the domestic violence, but it talks with the broader scenario. So let's discuss that also. Section 498A, the very important section which discuss about the cruelties done by husband or the relatives of husband. The cruelties can be any, that can be physical, that can be sexual, that can be emotional, that can be economical, any mental issue also. So cruelty can be of any type, right? Forced sex is considered as cruelty, that is also considered as cruelty. Then section 354 IPC deals with the outraging modesty of women. Section 304B IPC that deals with the dowry death. Section 313 talks about causing miscarriage of woman without her consent. Section 506 IPC talks about the criminal intimidation. Section 509 IPC talks about words, gesture or act that is being intended to insult the modesty of woman. Also, apart from IPC and this act, Dowry Prohibition Act 1961 that is also there, and that has outlawed the dowry provisions. Also, Hindu Succession Act 2005 is there. After this amendment, 2005 amendment, the act gives equal share to both the female member as well as the male member. A girl has been given right in her family, in her ancestral property. Earlier it was not the situation. After 2005 amendment, it's been given that a girl will be given, a sister will be given equal share of the property as to his brother. Earlier what used to happen was only marriage used to be done by the parents. तो कहा जाता था कि 5% सिर्फ एक शेयर दे दिया एक लड़की को एंड उसे शादी करके भेज दिया, बट नाउ इक्वल शेयर की हकदार है एक लड़की. Now let's discuss about the case laws. Various case laws, judgments are there of Supreme Courts and High Courts of various states. I'll discuss here. First one is Megha Khandelwal versus Rajat Khandelwal, dated 15th of June 2019. Here it was held by a court that husband has to pay. It's a Supreme Court case. Supreme Court held that husband has to pay maintenance even if the wife is well educated. चाहे लड़की पढ़ी लिखी है फिर भी वो मेंटेनेंस की हकदार है. नेक्स्ट केस कमलेश देवी वर्सेस जयपाल एंड अदर्स, डेटेड 4th of October 2019. It was opinioned that mere vague allegation is not sufficient. सिर्फ एक allegation कि domestic violence हुई है without any proof, that was not sufficient. इस केस में लड़की ने allegation तो लगा दी बट ज़्यादा proof नहीं दे पाई, इसलिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये केस उसका डिसमिस कर दिया. पिटीशन was dismissed. Later, also in case Binita Das versus Uttam Kumar, dated 9/8/2019. In this, Delhi High Court has held that magistrate cannot deny interim maintenance. इंटरिम मेंटेनेंस मैजिस्ट्रेट डिनाई नहीं कर सकता वाइफ को जस्ट बिकॉज कि उसकी अर्निंग कैपेसिटी है. अगर वो अर्न कर रही है या वो कर सकती है या वो उसकी क्वालिफिकेशन है, एजुकेटेड है, तो मैजिस्ट्रेट ने उसको डिनाई कर दिया था. फिर इस केस के अगेंस्ट अपील फाइल हुई थी. नेक्स्ट केस श्रीमती हेमंती माल वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ वेस्ट बंगाल. In this, Calcutta High Court awarded 1 lakh rupees to the woman on the allegation that she was being suffered under mental agony by the respondent. So there the case was in favor of the petitioner and she was being awarded 1 lakh rupees. Next case Razia Begum versus State NCT of Delhi and others. Delhi High Court held in PWDVA case that respondent it's he the respondent has been defined under section 2F, and it's been stated that it's not only the respondent will be the families of the respondent will be considered here. No, anyone cannot be dragged into the case. पहले क्या होता था कि हस्बैंड के अगेंस्ट केस फाइल कर दिया तो पूरी फैमिली के अगेंस्ट कर दो, फादर मदर whatever family members are there in the husband's family. But now it's not like that. You have to give proper proof that why are you filing the case against them. So that's all the case laws. I'll here conclude that I would say there are lot of criticisms also. There are lot of drawbacks in the system. How? What are the drawbacks? Women are now so educated that they are misusing these laws. They are misusing the benefits they are getting by these laws, these legislations in a very short span of time. Women got to know that they are having laws. They have the whole government, the whole society, the whole world behind them as their back. So women are not taking it as granted, or you can say they are misusing this. They are taking benefit of this issue. They are filing false complaints daily. False domestic violence cases, rape cases are being filed. Forced sex cases are being filed. So the issue is there. The women are blackmailing their partners against the false cases. So this is not a small problem. घर में हुई एक लड़ाई, चाहे वो लड़ाई कोई भी छोटी बात, खाने की बात को लेकर हुई हो, शॉपिंग को लेकर हुई हो, टीवी को लेकर हुई हो, कोई भी बात छोटी नहीं होती. वो छोटी होके वो बड़ी हो जाती है. यहाँ पे डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस बढ़ती है. बट फॉल्स केसेस फाइल करना भी सही नहीं है. you will be shocked to know now women are not lacking behind anywhere. Now women know that they have laws. गांव की भी लेडीज को पता है कि उनके पास laws हैं. They are aware. So they are misusing that. Now we need laws for men's, because men's are also getting suffered. They are lacking behind. अब domestic violence case है, women cell है, everything is for women, not for men. So वहाँ पर वो lack कर रहे हैं. So illiteracy is there, but they know that they can fight. So issue अब settle हो रहा है, and men need support from the legal background. So I raise this issue here that we need support for men as well. Victims are not women, they are men as well, and that is not in India, that is throughout the world. हिस्ट्री एविडेंस है कि पहले लेजिस्लेशन नहीं था, लेकिन अब तो है. लेकिन हम अब भी ये कहते हैं कि ये सक्सीड नहीं हो रहा है. कहीं ना कहीं हम लैक कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि अगर जहाँ सही है बट दी एक्चुअल केसेस जो रियल केसेस है वहाँ पे लैक कर रहे हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि रियल केसेस आर नॉट गेटिंग दी, उन्हें इंसाफ नहीं मिल रहा है. दे आर नॉट गेटिंग रिलीफ एट ऑल. So all people are not the domestic violence sufferer. All are not victims, but few are genuine also. So we need laws, we need a strong legal system for that, where we are lacking behind. It is clear that domestic violence अब बहुत urgent issue हो गया है, not only for the government but for society also. So dear, bringing this to your knowledge that in this lockdown, out of 100%, 80% of the Delhi calls, whether it be of Delhi or in India or worldwide, 80% calls are of domestic violence cases, because लोग घर पे बंद हैं, लोग बाहर नहीं निकल सकते हैं. So they are fighting at home. They are taking out petty issues and making it a huge issue. So National Commission for Women has launched WhatsApp helpline also, and the helpline is being recognized by the Delhi government, and it talks about the gravity of the issue. Helpline is there, women helpline is there. We can call at that number at any time we want, but of course for genuine cases. So here I conclude. Thanks everyone for watching this, and thanks to Jan Samvad for giving me this opportunity to discuss about my limited knowledge on domestic violence. So here I conclude. Thank you.